You girls have the worst process of poverty. I'm aware about that. You don't deserve everything that happens to you and things that you have to keep dealing for the rest of your life, the changes of your body, the judgment of society about many things. I'm aware about that. I know you have the worst poverty, but in the other hand, the poverty of men, fucking hell, that's so fucking disgusting in so many ways. So many ways. And this is important for the story that I'm gonna say. One day, all of a sudden, you start thinking about sex all the time and making everything sexual, and you have hair every time, and the thing that in between your legs start getting hard all of a sudden for any reason. For any reason is enough for it to get just hard, or just because sometimes in the worst kind of situations, so you feel disgusting, you feel nasty, you feel many cases it happens. It wasn't my case, and many of my friends, you feel disgusting, you don't fully get what is going on, you don't fully get all the changes. All of a sudden you start jerking off a lot, so it's annoying. It's fucking annoying. In the other side, the other face of the coin, you have guys that don't fucking think about that. They just discover sex, and they just want to do whatever they need or want or fantasize about sex. This was the case of Ronaldo. So Ronaldo was this dude that was always talking about sex or exploring sex or want to having the first experience. He was in a really rush for it. He was a kind of disgusting guy. In that moment when you are just a teenager or a kid, you don't see that kind of things. Now you see in the past, and it's like, Jesus, I was surrounded by idiots, and now I was a fucking idiot. But it's part of growing up. That's fucking normal. My point is that Ronaldo always had every kind of fantasies. He rushed to lose his virginity and so on and so on. So Ronaldo's mother had this friend that Ronaldo always knew, but he started to looking at her with different eyes since he started, getting a teenager. So all this story happened when he was 17. So when he was 70, he started having this fantasy of having sex with an old lady, with a lady in the 40s, maybe 50s. Many guys have that fantasy. And he was really trying to look for it. And this friend of his mother was really nice to him, but like in a normal, I don't know how it's in other countries, but in a normal South American way. Oh, you are so big. You are a man now. You are so handsome. You are a handsome young man now. This kind of comments. And if you are a normal, rational human being, you will take that as just a compliment, just someone trying to be nice to you. But Ronaldo took this in a way of, oh, she wants to fuck me. And he started with this mindset of she wants something. Really fucking disgusting, really fucking annoying, even for us back then. But this happened, and at the same time, Ronaldo eventually finds, or he start a relationship with a nice girl, same age, 16, 17, something like that. And one day, like this happened, she says, oh, I have to go with my family to Aruba. That is the island that is close to Venezuela. I have to go to Aruba for 2 months because her family was really wealthy and they have to do some stuff there. And he was like, oh, fucking hell, 2 months without sex, without doing anything. And watching corn wasn't enough for him, or using the hand, so he really needs sex. So he thought about that a lot. One day, his mom's friend, this woman, goes to the house, and he was alone in that house. So she was taking some things for baking, apparently, that his mom need. And she was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave this for your mom. Oh, how are you? Da, 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 da. And she sat in the sofa. So he thought, I'm alone, she's staying here, this is my moment. Of course, fucking idiot. He sat in the sofa, following the conversation, blah, 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 and he thought, okay, I have to do my move. He I didn't get fully detail of what he tried, but I know he tried something like kiss her or touching or whatever. The point is, she got scared, like, fuck, whoa, what are you doing? And she pushed him, she stand, she was quiet, and she just left the house. So he said, okay, maybe I misunderstood the words this lady was saying to me. I misunderstood the signals that didn't exist at all. And he just kept going with his day. But so after that, after he made up his mind, he was really horny and he wanted to do something. So he calls his girlfriend. Oh, could we do some dirty call later? Could you find a space for you in that house? And maybe we can do a call. I'm gonna be in my room. This kind of stuff. And we weren't that used to video calls back then. So his girlfriend says, yes, of course. Ba, 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 ba. He got the moment in his room. He was fully naked. He was hard as fuck. And they were talking to each other. He was jerking off. Ba, ba. And all of a sudden, his father kicks the door with the belt in the hand and start hitting him as much as he could. While he was naked, he was hard, and he got hit from the belt in his dick, in his balls, in his legs, in his face. While all this was happening, I don't know, maybe the signal or the phone wasn't the best, but his girlfriend was jerking off too, and he was just receiving belts while he was hard and he was fucking naked. We know this because the next day he had marks in the face. So what happened was that the lady called his mother saying, hey, this happened. Of course, his father was there, and you know what happened. And the funny part to me is that Ronaldo was atheist, but after that, because the mom's friends say, you should take him often to the church. Something is wrong with this guy. So he had to go to the fucking church until he moved from his parents' house, which eventually happened when he was 20, I think. But yeah, like for 3 years, he had to go every Sunday to the church. He got his dick beat, and eventually he had to break up with his girlfriend for this situation. But